day. Wanted to work up to 355 on this day, mimic my last repetition effort day, but ended up at 345, miscounted the weights, but that's okay because on the third set of 8 with this, I was dying, and I'm glad I only did 345 because today it felt so good. I was glued to the floor. I was lowering myself under good control the whole time, pushing myself out of the bottom, and the squat just felt really good. I'm super glad I only got 345, or I only did 345. Otherwise, it would have just been a grind and too much of a struggle for all the reps. I wanted to hit these kind of smooth. You can see towards the end of the sets, it does get a little more hard, but you know, it is what it is. You warm up with it. Did 100 kettlebell squats before this with a 35-pound kettlebell and 100 walking lunges, body weight. So my legs were already a little bit tired, but that's all right. My upper back, actually, I think I pulled something on my upper back from the safety squat bar. Not having a heavy load on myself lately for a couple weeks now. So whatevs, it fucking worked. I got those repetition squats in. No hip problems, which is really nice, figuring that out. Got my stand down apparel. Remember, everyone deployed shirt on, the red shirt. Go get yourself one. I'm always going to bring them up because I like them. I like what they do. I like Kevin. They're a good company. Help the cause a lot. Donate a lot of their money. They're becoming a big part of everything. Just banging weights, too. He's super strong. I don't know why he competes in CrossFit. Better in some other sports, but whatever. Yeah, that Kevin. But anyways, this is the third set of squats. I was dying by this set. My legs were tired, my back was tired. Every rep was pretty much a grind, but I maintained control. I didn't let myself get scared of the weight. You can see I bring my elbows in. That's not to cheat, to kind of bounce off my thighs. It's to keep my back tight. When I externally rotate my elbows like that, I bring my elbows in front. It's much like Mikey's doing in the background there. It's keeping my chest up. It's keeping my back tight. Because with the safety squat bar, the only way to keep your back tight is by actually keeping your back tight. You can't just lock it in, trap yourself underneath a barbell like with a regular squat. You actually have to force yourself to keep your back tight on these, so it makes it a lot harder, works your back a lot more, but that's how you build a strong ass back. That and front squats. The only problem with the front squat is I can't load it up that much because I'm not very good at the front squat. So with these, it was 185 for 4 sets of 10. I was thinking about going to 195 initially, but at the same time, I figured since I already underloaded the safety squat bar, I might as well underload a little bit and hit these reps smooth. That's Sean's butt. Might as well hit these reps smooth, do a ton of volume with it, because it is a repetition effort squat day. So maybe next time I'll go up to 195 for 3 or 4 sets of 10. Depends how I feel. I was feeling like not tired on this day, but it was taking a little while to recover in between sets and to like get going. I did some heavy sled pulls after that with 270 pounds, and then added 50 pounds and pulled that for five runs. On this day, Strongman day, every minute on the minute for 5 minutes, warming up with the yoke. And then tried going every 90 seconds with these for 2 sets, something that we're playing with at A1. Every minute on the minute, then go up and wait, go every 90 seconds, then go up and wait and go every 2 minutes. I tried doing it, but quite honestly, the yoke took a lot out of me. So I ended up, once I got to the heavier sets that you'll see in a second, I ended up just taking 3-4 minutes because it was really heavy and hard. You can see how much my yoke sways. It's not a very solid yoke, which is good for training, but at the same time, like I want to be able to load it up with 600 pounds and walk with it and not have to worry too much about, this is just the same video, not have to worry too much about swaying. But it is what it is. I went up to about 560. I don't know how much the yoke weighs, so I say it weighs 100 pounds. And then I had another 460 pounds of weight on there. This was what, 460? Yeah, so here's the heaviest sets. I did 2 of these rounds. You can see it starts swaying to the left. Then I just put it down instead of trying to correct it mid-step and then, hurt my knee or hurt my back or something stupid. Just put the yoke down if you can. Reset it if it starts doing that. Don't fucking hurt yourself. Unless you're in a competition, then don't be a little bitch. Took me a little while to come back with it, but I made it all in one piece. Just trying to get that set up at the beginning. Yeah. It didn't feel bad. I mean, it did feel bad. It's a heavy ass yoke, but my knees were hurting a little bit, but it didn't feel like super terrible that I was just struggling without being able to kind of fix it, I guess, if that makes sense. I was able to keep it under control even though it was a little crazy. With it. It's just the same video again, different angle. I really want to do a 600-pound yoke. That's pretty good for my weight class, 3 times body weight. Yeah. I'd also like to pull 550, 555, 545, something like that. That'd be pretty cool too. Now that I figured out my hip a little bit. Still got to work on it a little bit, which you'll see in a minute with the deadlifts. Got to figure out how to get my hips in the right position. They're just about the same height as my shoulders. I want to get it just a little bit lower. So just take it. Boom. I chalked up my shoulders on this one because the yoke kept sliding down my back on that last run. So the chalk really, really helped. I was able to keep the yoke in the same spot without having it slide down my back. I'm sure if you know that, you know it, but if you don't know it, put chalk on your back. You can do it with a barbell too for heavy squats. It really works. It's worth doing. The chalk washes out. It doesn't leave a stain or anything like that. Obviously, you get chalk on your stuff all the time anyway. Just trying to work up the courage. I could feel it right in my back as soon as I started doing it. From the other day when I pulled it a little bit on the squats, the deadlifts made it tired, the squats made it tired, and then this yoke was really pushing it. My back was real sore and tired after this. It takes me a little while to get like the courage, I guess, the discipline just to pick it up and start walking with it. On the run back, I always do a little bit better for some reason. Felt all right. And then pulling these deadlifts. I only went up to 350 on this day. 350 for set to 6, 4 sets of 6, no belt, with straps on the axle. Trying to work that starting position, staying tight throughout the entire range of motion. The axle blows my hamstrings up, so I kind of like it. I want to get my hips just a tiny bit lower like that. That was actually pretty good. Lock my armpits down, lock my lats down. My back was pretty tired at this point. Trying to keep my trunk tight, my lats tight. You can see once I start the movement though, my back doesn't move at all. It stays in the same position. So it's not necessarily rounding, it's just finding a comfortable position to stay in where I can get everything tight, locked in. You see some people when they pull, it rounds them hard. And then they look like a fucking fishing pole. Little baby fishing pole pulling too hard on a big fish. Here's another angle. I want to get my hips just a tiny bit lower than my shoulders. But it's all good. I'm figuring it out. It feels better. My hip doesn't hurt, which I'm super happy about. I'm excited. If you talked to me yesterday, that you know that I'm excited. I'm fired up to be finally back, able to deadlift without having any hip pain. And then I was just putzing around with these muscle ups. Figured not only to show my successes, but also my failures. I'm over the bar though, which is really weird. Like my stomach is already over the bar, but for some reason I can't get myself that extra half inch to push myself up onto the bar. I don't know why. Really weird. Like I'm clearly pulling myself up high enough. I just had to get myself over like that. But anyways, strung a couple of those together. 209 pounds. That's all I got for now. Appreciate you watching. Take care. Comb your hair.